My purpose is to restore the rightful line to the Iron Throne.
It is the will of the gods.
The Battle of Tumbleton is finally within reach, and the Season 3, Episode 5 trailer gave us our first real look at it erupting on screen. And that's not all. It seems the Butcher's Ball is coming too. The next few episodes are shaping up to be an absolute bloodbath. With the Battle of Tumbleton unfolding as a massive two-part event, it should be fascinating to see exactly how it all plays out, especially with hints of Aemond still being alive, and the possibility that Rhaenyra finally learns the truth about Rhaena. Let's dive into the trailer, break it down piece by piece, and I'll share my theories and predictions on what's coming. The trailer kicks off with Sir Criston Cole and his men marching toward the Riverlands. After failing to locate Aemond and Vhagar at Harrenhal, and discovering that Rhaenyra now sits the Iron Throne, Cole is leading his forces to intercept any armies loyal to the Blacks before they can reach King's Landing. Cutting to Rhaenyra addressing her council, she declares, "My patience has its bounds," a clear sign she's finally ready to confront Lord Aemond Hightower and his seizure of Tumbleton. My read is that she's about to authorize an attack on him. This line is paired with a shot of tents engulfed in flame and bodies scattered among them, though it could just as easily be her justifying the Gold Cloak's crackdown on dissenters in King's Landing who've spoken out against her rule. We also get a close-up of Alicent, with Rhaenyra telling her, "Have I not shown you mercy?" This feels like a continuation of their conversation from the previous episode, where Rhaenyra pressed Alicent for more information about her cousin. My guess is Alicent has simply reached her limit. She can feel Helena pulling away from her, her family is fracturing, and I think she's done. We already saw how frayed her nerves were last episode in the way she was picking at her nails. Alicent may no longer be willing to help Rhaenyra, even though her assistance so far has been substantial. Without her, Rhaenyra wouldn't be sitting on the Iron Throne at all. There's also a shot of Aegon sitting alone, hollowed out, looking like a shadow of the man he once was. Personally, I believe he's going to come back swinging, unleashing his fury on everyone who's wronged him. And in an earlier moment, we see Aemond gripping his sword, looking fully recovered, confirmation that he didn't succumb to his injuries after all. The opening section builds to Rhaenyra letting out a scream, raw with grief. The only loss that would hit her this hard is Jaehaerys. So I suspect the truth is about to surface, that it was actually Rhaena, riding Sheepstealer, who was responsible for Jaehaerys' death, with Daemon and Caraxes present at the time. It looks like the farmer Daemon executed had nothing to do with it, and Mysaria clearly wasn't convinced by Daemon's version of events. I wouldn't be surprised if she's the one who plants the seed of doubt in Rhaenyra's ear. From here, we cut to a shot of the empty Iron Throne room, a deliberate choice, I think, meant to emphasize just how heavily the burden of rule is weighing on Rhaenyra as she struggles under the weight of power. The next line comes from Alicent. Rhaenyra has the throne. It is she who rules. I imagine this is directed at Helena, possibly regarding a pregnancy. The show may be introducing Maelor. Alicent seems to be warning Helena that a new child could bring more harm than good, since Rhaenyra might see the baby as another threat to her rule. Hence the reminder of exactly who holds power now. Helena is nowhere near the throne anymore. Cutting to Tumbleton, Daemon tells Rhaenyra, "We should have burned them when we had the chance," clearly haunted by his decision back in episode 3 to spare Aemond and let him live. In the books, both Hugh Hammer and Ulf the White eventually betray Rhaenyra, and this trailer plants those seeds clearly. Hugh Hammer arriving at Tumbleton atop Vermithor, and Ulf repeatedly clashing with Rhaenyra's decisions. This could well be the root of Daemon's unease. A later shot shows Ulf and Hugh Hammer together, and with Adam of Hull remaining loyal, it seems increasingly likely the betrayal we're anticipating plays out here. Lord Aemond Hightower was counting on Vhagar's arrival to bolster his forces, so he may now be seeking a different dragon. Vermithor could be exactly what fills that role. We then see Prince Daeron surveying Aemond's men as they prepare for battle. Aemond states, A cunning man can resist the most savage of beasts. Likely a taunt, suggesting he has no intention of chasing down the Targaryens, but instead wants to bait them into coming to him, fighting the battle on his own terms. Next, Aemond speaks with Alys Rivers. Rhaenyra has defiled our great house, diminished the Iron Throne. She is no queen. This feels like the moment Alys fully commits to his side, having already turned against Daemon after he refused to hand over Harrenhal when she wanted it. My guess is Aemond has promised her Harrenhal in exchange for her keeping him alive and at full strength. From here, the trailer shifts into full preparation for both the Battle of Tumbleton and the Butcher's Ball. We see Roderick Dustin, Rory the Ruin, marching his men toward Tumbleton, while Sir Criston Cole leads his own exhausted, depleted troops toward the Riverlands. Cole rallies them. We have endured much, and though we languish, we will not lose heart. It's a somewhat ironic line, given how visibly broken many of his men already appear, worn down by everything they've endured. We then see Cole in the thick of battle, and it looks like the Butcher's Ball may diverge from the books in an interesting way. In the source material, Criston Cole is killed before he can even draw his sword, cut down by Rory the Ruin. But here, with Roderick already positioned at Tumbleton and Cole clearly wielding his blade in combat, it seems the show may be charting a different course for how this confrontation unfolds. Alongside this, we catch a glimpse of Rhaena in exile, standing at a cliff's edge, watching Sheepstealer circling with another dragon. This makes me wonder if Sheepstealer is about to be discovered, or perhaps Daemon visits Rhaena again, telling her he's covered for her and that she's free to return home. The buildup intensifies as we return to what looks like the same burning battlefield from earlier in the trailer, with two armies charging toward each other. Over this, Cole seems to say, "We will join them glorious in battle, and they will sing songs of it." An attempt to keep morale alive among his men, even though it's clear he won't succeed in holding their spirits together. The Starks appear in support of Rory's forces, and with Tumbleton visible in the distance, they seem poised to deliver unexpected reinforcement. Judging by the arrows littering the ground, it looks like there were already casualties before this point. We also see Aegon in full armor, marching toward King's Landing and battle, wearing a hollow, distant expression. Given how little respect he's received from Rhaenyra, it's fair to wonder if he's questioning whether this fight is even worth fighting. The close-up of Daemon is striking, and I expect we'll get some strong moments showcasing his battlefield confidence and hard-earned skill. Aemond looks visibly unsettled by what's approaching. Daemon roars his men forward, driving the charge toward Tumbleton's gates, and already we can see men falling, cut down by arrows. Rory's forces may be creating a diversion elsewhere in the town, or he could be leading the initial charge himself. Then everything dissolves into chaos, a rapid series of cuts before the trailer ends, including close-ups of both Cole and Daemon locked in combat. In the books, it's Rory who kills Lord Aemond, but I'd love to see that change so it's Daemon instead, a fitting turn, given that he's the one who spared Aemond's life earlier. And with that, the trailer wraps up. The first 4 episodes centered on Rhaenyra claiming the throne and grappling with the weight of holding it. I expect the next 4 will shift focus to the threats closing in around her, and her efforts to finally remove Lord Aemond Hightower from the board.